My name is Pablo Christiansen. I am 45 years old now. I live in the UK, in Somerset, and I have 3 children. I'm married and I have 3 children, 10, 7, and 4.5 now. I was born in Argentina, in Buenos Aires. When I was a baby, my parents were aware that something was different, but no one in the family, visibly in the family, had it, so there was no idea about it being hereditary. So yeah, I found out in 2017 that, yeah. Well, I wasn't officially diagnosed, but I was, in 2017, I was 38. So I didn't get a diagnosis officially, but the doctors I've seen regarding my eyes was mostly my childhood and my teenagehood in Germany and in Argentina. Very little. I remember mostly from pictures, I imagine. I actually don't remember not wearing glasses, so to say. All I remember is like yeah, I had my operations quite early. I think I was 4.5 and 5.5 or 6, something like that, and I have very little recollection from before that actually. So I don't know the name of the doctor, but it was in Freiburg in Germany. I remember waking up in the hospital, lying in the hospital, and my mom coming over after the surgery, and I remember coming home and having a brand new set of Legos. So from talking to my dad and the doctor's notes, I had 2 surgeries. The first one, they did my Epicanthus, and the second one, they did a fascia sling surgery. They got some tissue from my right leg. It's funny, this one, because I remember in Germany it was not an issue because many of my colleagues from school had glasses, but when I came back to Argentina, I think I was the only one, if not maybe one of 2, and many and also people were a bit more straightforward. So I remember getting lots of questions about my glasses, especially when I was taking them off for playing sports because it wasn't safe. I didn't have special sports glasses, and I also got mocked a little bit, and sometimes people were curious and asking me about why did I have small eyes, but I didn't know back then that I had a genetic condition. Very, very rarely, actually. I think it's almost unnoticeable now with the glasses I wear. I think it has to be me, the one talking about it for people to notice. Well, I'm short-sighted, so my glasses are quite strong, but we don't know exactly if that was because BPES was spotted, so to say, late. Right, so when she was born, we immediately noticed that her eyes were as mine, which I wasn't aware of was hereditary. And to cut a long story short, it was a long journey of discovery, finding groups on Facebook about BPES, and then having an initial consultation with Dr. Collins in London. And then our daughter, when she was 11 months old, she had a temporary surgery for her eyelids. Yes, she was going to have a surgery in London as well, but we found out about Dr. Medel in Spain, and we fundraised the money to get her the surgery done in Malaga. So it's been a journey of self-discovery on one side for myself, involving all the processes and emotions that I went through as a father and as an adult man. And as for Maya, as to how to go ahead, it was like putting pieces of the puzzle together. We combined with the NHS, private consultants, and then experts like Dr. Medel in Spain. It comes up that from a conversation with Dr. Medel is that BPES children are very inclined towards art, so I always felt a little bit different, I have to say, regardless of my eyes or not, but I always felt a little bit different, that I have a different way of processing things, a different way of looking at things. And with my daughter Maya, I feel like sometimes I have this kind of, not telepathy, but almost like an understanding. Sometimes I joke that we come from the same planet, like we know each other, but we live here together. And yeah, it's funny. I feel different, but in the same way, I also feel like more at peace now. Well, this is one of the reasons why I want to help to set up this charity, because it's very unknown still. I think the average person has never heard in their life about BPES. Even eye doctors or consultants have never heard about BPES. I'm aware it's very rare. From what we have researched, there are only a handful of experts around the world operating for children with this condition. So we would like to just create awareness about BPES and how to help families and children with this condition. I have met very briefly a local girl who has also BPES, which my wife got in touch with, and recently also obviously when we went to Spain, we met also very briefly some other families who were about to get the operation for the children, and since then we also have linked up with other people who are on the journey, and I've been supporting a dad who recently had 2 daughters operated. So yeah, I'm slowly getting to know more people. Well, throughout my childhood and teenagehood and early adulthood, I wasn't aware that that my condition was called BPES. It had more to do with my eyes. So yes, I think in that area I can empathize with anybody wearing glasses, because it had to do more with my image as a teenager when I was struggling with my self-image. But I think that could happen, to anyone, and happen to most of my peers. So it has been a journey of self-acceptance and really loving myself. In a nutshell, no. There was no awareness of the condition. My parents never came across the BPES condition. So they found out when I found out, so that their journey also began when my second daughter was born. I couldn't say it's because of BPES. I think it had more to do with my own personal journey from traveling along a lot, In a way, maybe because we moved from Argentina to Germany and then back from Germany to Argentina, so it was kind of back and forth. And the reason why we went to Germany is because my dad wanted to get me the best care possible in Argentina, and the doctors did not know in the early 80s what to do. I currently work for an organic company as a production team lead, and I'm actually very happy at work. I don't think BPES has affected me in that area. I wear glasses and I need them in order to see properly. That's all. A big part of my healing was when I fell in love in my early 20s, and my girlfriend back then acknowledged my eyes and said something kind about it, which was I think one of the first persons to do so, and that really felt healing. Funnily enough, I found out that Pixie ears is a common feature, and this Argentinian Pixie came to England to find his own Pixie.